Hello everyone, Krydax here, and welcome back to pYanodon's Season 3, picking up right where we left off. I mean, quite literally, I haven't even done anything. We will be importing all these things now, so we're gonna really have to change the belting, but I want to be careful to not delete anything super necessary. So we still need to import bones to there. We're not importing Vraux at all, so I can remove this system. And we can detach the Vraux output from there. The blood will need to be supplied here. And not to... Oh, wait. What? Composting blood? Oh, jeez. I guess that's what we're using for our supercritical water. Interesting. I could just request biomass for that. How much biomass did that actually use? I don't really remember. 0.8 a second. Which means 1.6 blood a second, which means 1/16th, is that right? No, 1.6 times 60, 1/60th of an AUG per second. I feel like I should just request biomass. Okay, let's get rid of these trees. Trees be gone. Didn't I already? No? Get a decon for just trees and put it in here? Maybe it was a different one. Yeah, let's get rid of these bad boys. And then we're gonna request all sorts of things here. So we're gonna request threshold, first of all, is gonna start at 6. No, 5's fine. And we need to do lard. I might even add what's on the belts, because these belts are going to be long enough. Guts, brains. I guess it's just brain. Skin. Wait, was skin part of it? Yeah. Skin, meat, bones. It's six animal pieces and blood. Skin. Bones. Bones I will do a little extra because of the bone meal. And what's the last one? Meat. Okay. So those will be arriving shortly, and that's gonna be like 3 belts worth of stuff. Which is crazy. How am I gonna fit that all? We can do one. Do one going that way. We can do one. Going. Hear me out. I'm going this way, and then I can do one going this way. Okay, so those can all be there. I don't know why I didn't start with clicking on the use filter, split filter. That would have been more helpful. Okay. Guts, lard. Go on the same one. Okay, and then I'm going to read out the contents of this belt, this belt, this belt. Add that in. So that way we're not screwing that up. Oh, by the way, I have some extra frogs here. Look at that. That should help things out a little. Uh-oh, I'm out of cotton guts. Tree seeds? Now that's not what I expected to see. It's not what I expected to seed. Why are tree seeds not happening? We broke a wood belt at some point. This caravan is not bringing us wood. Because he's stuck here. Because of this condition isn't being met. Batteries are backed up. So apparently we were using Bat Boy. What is going on here? Whatever I was doing, it was wrong. Wait, I'm super confused now. I don't even see this visiting the... What? I was just using random wood from batteries to make tree seeds for... I don't even understand that. I guess. So, I don't have wood anywhere else nearby? Okay, well, I mean, I'll just request it. I don't know where we'll put an inserter for this. I'll figure it out somehow. Wood... Oh god, I did the thing again. I did the thing again. 600 stacks. Got it. Alright, let's settle for 6. Oh, why don't we? And then filter. You don't know what you're about to get, but you're about to get wood. And then we'll bring that down this way. Alright. Very odd what happened here. I don't know how did that run for so long without anything breaking? I guess it's because I've been using batteries at some sort of steady clip. But... yeah, I don't exactly know, but that should fix that problem. Okay. So we've got guts, meat, and then, or meat, skin on this one, and then this will be bones, brains. And I'm gonna need blood imported. So let's get another fluid request. For blood. 30,000 is probably a bit much. Go with 20,000. And then this needs to be repositioned a little bit. And what was that attached to? I know we're doing the anti-manure spoilage, but like... Chill out, dude. It hasn't been built yet. Wait, why is it generating... If this isn't connected to Rails, why does CyberSense see it? I'm just gonna reset that whole thing. Wow, that's actually really annoying. CyberSense, I don't know if it's capable of doing this, but I'm very strongly of the opinion that if a train stop is connected to a blueprinted rail, it should not be seen in the CyberSense network yet. It shouldn't show up until at least the stop is next to a rail. If it can't know if the other rails are built yet, sure, that's fine, but not... It should at least wait until the stop is next to a rail. Should it not? Anyway, this situation should be fine now. But yeah, what was I doing here? What was that connected to? Oh, this liquid manure. That's right. Okay, that was a corner. I was like, I know it was connected to something. Hey, look, Krydax didn't screw it up. You guys should be proud of me. Okay, anyway, blood is now getting hopefully brought. Wait, why? Oh, that's really annoying. It just straight up broke the train, too. It's not like it... Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Anyway. Okay, so blood's coming. We got all these things. We're gonna have to deal with spoiling on all of these things. I don't want to think about that yet. For now, we'll go up. That one does reach. Okay. And then we'll move that up 2 ticks because we can. All right, we got stuff going on here. So these belts. This one's not gonna work. I guess we gotta do a little turnsy here. Okay, and then all of these are going over here. Okay, and the bones are on this one. So that needs to swing by the bone zone, as it were, to feed bone meal. And then all of them need to go to animal sample. Which, this feels like this could be simplified. Greatly. That. And then I can have deliveries like this. I'll deal with spoiling stuff here in a second, I guess. I don't know what speed of inserter we need. But yeah, we'll bring these up and over. Do. Okay, that's set up. Oh, wait, I did that wrong. There we go. Don't need these. We got wood set up. We just gotta get blood plugged in to here, which will no longer overflow. Pump out. And then I guess we'll connect around this side over here. Or we can go up. Okay. So now that'll empty out into this one until... Okay, cool. So that works, and now... This is doing nothing. Okay. And there we go, animal samples. So the thing left to do now is request biomass. I could just make out of fish or wood or any of these things. I could just make it out of jerky, which we're gonna have so much of. But none of those are technically sustainable. But I'm gonna have two types of spoilage coming out of here, potentially, which is lard and jerky, and I have to handle that. I don't think I have room for other stuff quite yet. So what we'll do is we will have our trash stuff over there. Or biocrud and jerky is what I meant to say. So we'll have biocrud and jerky. Do I want it to be a super trasher, or do I just want to do two separate ones? I never know. I never know. I'll just do two separate ones. Biocrud. Jerky. Hey, no, stop. I don't want you to give away all my stuff. I'll let the bots deal with that. Anyway. Use filters, biocrud, jerky. Biocrud to the right. Get that loaded. Jerky goes straight. Get that loaded. Alright. That should do it. These aren't necessary. So now at least we're dealing with spoilage from the box. Not from other places though. Okay, so then what we want to do now, I don't even know what this guy's doing. That's part of the problem. He just loops. So who's actually stopping when we get to a certain... Oh god, I have a blue... Oh, what am I doing? Oh no, I have no idea what any of this is. We've got a blue signal when green is 0. What is green? Green is when we have... Green means we're out of something. So we want green. Shouldn't that be red? Like that just doesn't make any sense, Krydax. Red signal. So when red, and that's not even, wait a second, this isn't even hooked up. That's a different green signal. Oh god. Is anything on this even looking at the green signal? Is he looking at the green signal? No. Caravan doesn't care about green signal. This building doesn't care about green signal. This inserter doesn't care about green signal. These wait, that's not even the same. Never mind, that's not the same thing. This one goes all the way to here. Oh, there is a red signal. Oh god. But that's not doing anything. It might have been AUG processing related. But that's no longer a thing. So at this point, I don't think this is doing anything. Right? It's outputting a signal that, as far as I can tell, nothing is using. This inserter isn't using it. And nothing over here was using green. So I'm getting rid of that. And now this is pointless. Whatever that was. And this outputs blue to enable the inserter when we have no Sarcoris in the oh, the working signal was green. That's... I get it now. I should change that to something else. Inserter is working. We should always use the same signal for that. I feel like this one actually makes the most sense. Because that one's kind of, that could be another clock related things, but this one kind of looks like the inserter, you know, like that's like a progress bar is almost what that looks like to me. So let's change symbols to that. Okay, so that is doing something. So we're saying if the building's not working and we have 0 plasmids in the building and we've run out of Sarcoris in... What are we measuring? In the building itself. Okay, so once Sarcorises are all used up, then shove another plasmid in and make some Sarcoris, because the Sarcorises spoil. So that's the idea there. Okay, so that's functioning, and now we're gonna have to get rid of spoilage on all of these belts, and in this building, but that's a different story. The first thing I want to do is measure. We're measuring LogiSci in here. When we get to... I'm gonna designate a few more stacks here. And when I get to, let's say 1,000, no, 1,200, then we need to cancel out all the requests. So I need a decider combinator that says when logistics science is greater than 1,200, then output, and we're gonna cancel out all the spoilables. So we're gonna do 600 on each. 600. 600. It's weird that it doesn't automatically highlight the number, because in other situations when you're setting numbers, it does auto-highlight. And we're gonna do guts, lard, brain, skin. No, meat. And those are the correct symbols for all of those. So then that is measuring, if we have 1200 LogiSci, we're gonna go ahead and not request any more stuff via train. And that signal is gonna go along big boy power poles and get sent to the input of this one. Probably with a red signal just to mix it up. And then that will cancel out the requests of everything other than bones and wood. Perfect. And it will request more when we're down to 100 left on the belt. I don't know, maybe I should change that. Okay, so it's now canceling the signals. There we go. Weird, because apparently we already have a lot. I think he just... Did he just loop and take LogiSci and then come back with LogiSci? I think that's what just happened. That's what happened. That's really interesting. Anyway, and then this system has no brains. Did we already get something spoiled, or what happened here? Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna move that power pole because we need spoilage getter rid of, which is gonna be jerky or biocrud in the case of lard. So those are there. Plus we need one here for the same poipus. And now I can... Those are not relevant anymore. And that... Okay, this is getting rid of chitin too, though. But it looks like we haven't gotten chitin in a long time. There's no chitin in here anymore. And there's no chitin in here, except 26. So that means I've done a good job with this setup. It's not generally making sarcorises that we don't need, I guess. Once in a while there might be a couple that spoil. And then animal samples do spoil back into plasmids, and that's what this setup is all about. And this only puts plasmids in if plasmids are 0. This one is only enabled... Wait, what is... This is the flora input? And that's only enabled if graded... Wait a second. Oh, yeah. It's saying we want to know that there's at least 2 animal samples among the contents of this building and the contents of this chest before we're allowed to insert flora and run sarcoris and get sarcorises started spoiling. So that's why we haven't seen many spoiled sarcorises, is we're waiting to make sure we have animal samples first. And then So the system is all fine. Spoilage will happen in this building, but we're taking care of it now. Well, I guess the animal samples could spoil. We're already handling that. They spoil into plasmids and go into that box. Okay. So as far as I can tell... Oh, but then the... Wait, no. There needs to be... This box needs to be not filtered. Because we'll stop requesting these inputs when I have enough LogiSci. So I don't need to worry about too many inputs for animal samples. So we'll make a bunch of animal samples. We'll make as many as we can. Although the animal samples spoil in only 1 hour. So I do probably want to slow down the animal sample production rate. Based on this box. And currently this building's not even wired up. But yeah, I don't think we want to go ham making animal samples. So we'll just have the building run when we have less than 5. Because it makes 1 at a time, I think. Yeah. But the building will keep running as long as we have the inputs for it. And that means this will keep running. The Sarcoruses are good. They're set up properly. Brain is brainolating at full speed ahead, and so I don't need that output. The chitin output I do technically need. But now I can give all these a break. Now we just have crap tons of jerky and biocrud to get rid of. It's over 100,000 jerky. Jeez. This is doing nothing important. I can delete all this. Delete that. Don't need this green signal. So now at this point, it's kind of just controlling how much science we make with the train request. And there will be spoilage, because I'm not requesting things in the proper ratio. Like, I should have... And the ratios aren't always going to line up anyway. Like, it's possible we request a train full of meat just before we have the 1200 LogiSci, but the lard was, like, at the end of its request. So we could end up with 100 lard and 600 meat left over. So the ratios are all messed up, and there's no real way to fix that. The only way is to have smaller train deliveries, and that brings the ratios closer together. Yeah, there's no real answer to that. I guess I could trigger an exact request. Like, I could request... What am I trying to say? Like, I could do a pulse request almost. Where it would, like, request exactly how many I would need to complete a certain number of craft. And then it wouldn't request any more. That seems cool, but overly complicated. But it's kind of like, hey, when you're close to being done, request a very specific amount of each thing. You know, where you're subtracting what's on the belts and in the thing, and that way you're calculating, I need 50 more brains, but I need 300 meat and 18 more lard, and then you request all those exact amounts. But then from there, you shut everything down requesting-wise until LogiSci drops below a certain amount. You know, like, that would be the idea. But anyway, I'm not worried about that. A little bit of spoiled stuff is fine with me. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. And then we'll run this back. It kind of needs to be below this one. Whew. Don't get hit, Krydax. Okay, so it's actually right here. So what I could do is move this one over to there. And then this one can come over. Perfect. So now we've got Jerky and BioCrud sorted out. Once this belt's connected. There we go. I think that's it. It doesn't feel right. But I think that's it. It doesn't feel quite right, but I do actually think that's it. And then I don't need AUGs on this belt anymore. These belts are now dead to me. I mean, there's probably a lot more of this build that's totally dead. As well, like this whole thing is dead. This is dead. I don't mind losing 10,000 blood. Well, maybe I should have. That's a lot. That's 100 AUGs I just deleted. Whatever. Speaking of AUGs, we'll take AUGs off this belt because we don't need them on this belt anymore. And we go back to the source. And we stop with the AUGs on the belt. You, sir. Be gone. Wait. No. No, don't be gone. Because that's also, I think, where the AUGs come from. For our trains. Wait, is that right? How did the AUGs get to the trains? No, that's down here. That's a different belt. Where's this belt coming from? Oh my. That's the Vrauk one. Oh, the AUGs go on the Vrauk one. This is the one. This is the one. Okay, never mind. I can't delete that. So now... I'll do this. Is that the wrong side, though? Hold on, hold on. I think that was the wrong side. I think they need to be on the right side. According to whatever's on the belt already, it's on the bottom going right. Which would be the right side. Yeah, okay, that's the correct orientation. Alright. Cool. So now there's AUGs being provided to the train network. Here's some more Vrauk Mark IIs. Oh, we're done. Yes. And the final result is I was correct. Just barely. About 98%, 99% of the eggs that we need. Or, we're using 99% of the eggs that we're making. Got it. And this should net me how many Vrauks? Closing in on 0.2 a second. Not quite there. Everybody seems to be running and happy. We have enough water. I mean, it seems like we have enough water barrels and everything. It's still a really slow recipe. The productivity's nice, but I mean, we're talking a 160-second craft for what it... Oh my god, Krydax. I have a new recipe. Okay, so what does this change? What this changes is it replaces Flora. It's a little cheaper on the moss. It's a lot cheaper on the water barrels, though I don't care about water barrels. It's the same price on the cocoons, so I will actually need to make more cocoons if I switch to this. I'll need to make twice as many cocoons, but even more because it's a faster recipe. So I need to make like 3 times as many cocoons, or maybe 2.5 times as many, which means I would need 10 repro complexes. And then I need no flora, I only need Vrauk food, and then a bunch of sap goes on the belt as well. Okay, I will switch to that. I forgot about that step. And I can put the repro complexes maybe up here, the extra ones. Because I will need a bunch more, unfortunately. Or is there a new one for Vrauk cocoons too? Oh my gosh, Krydax. Look at things before you leap. This one doubles the Vrauk cocoons out as well. Okay. So all I got to do is put sap on the loop. Probably on the side that has water barrels. Okay. Well. Instead of Big Vrauk Project on trains, why don't we edit this to Vrauk Project, switch to Vrauk food. Because that will more than double our output with very few changes. I can't believe I totally forgot about that. You know, and yet I can. Like, pyanodons is a lot to keep in your brain, so give me a break. Give me a break. Okay, well, we'll have to check on this system again eventually to make sure it's still working properly, because there's a lot of moving parts here. There's a lot of moving parts. Okay, let's name these stops. This is Jerky from LogiSci, Trash Provide. This is BioCrud from LogiSci. Didn't capitalize the Sci. This is Blood for LogiSci. This is Manure Provide. This is Bio Parts for LogiSci request. Okay. All right. Logistics Science Production. Seems like it's functioning at the moment. 8.4 minutes, actually a little more than I expect, so. At least for now, everything's hooked up properly, and I think I've handled spoilage properly, so I don't know what else I need to do. I don't think I need to do anything else. And now I just have an absurd amount of... I wish there was a sort button. Because I know there's the option to sort with the picker extended mod or whatever I downloaded, but like I don't want it to always sort. I just want a one-time sort button that you manually trigger. But yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of skin here that I could get rid of. How many stacks? 80. I mean, I could move a lot of it personally, but I don't know. How much skin do we actually have? So did I deal with trashing skin? Yeah, I did. Uh-oh. Seems like sand is starting to build up here. Should I be burning the sand? I probably should be, right? That only handles 2.5 sand a second. These things handle like 3 items a second. And they're way smaller. I I'm turning it into pure sand and then I'm burning it. Why am I not just burning the sand? This is not efficient. What? What? Did I say when I did this? I mean, this 50 hours ago or whatever. I might have said when I did this, oh, for now I'll just burn it, but I will put the pure sand on a provider. But I haven't done that, so at least for now it's not doing anything. And we're not even providing the gravel. This is terrible. I want to add to my list. Fix stone, gravel, sand, pure sand, trashing. That I would like to do eventually. Because that's just a mess. We need to provide all of those things at a higher priority, and we need to actually get rid of sand at a faster speed. So there's a couple issues going on here. And for now it's fine, I think, but it will be a bigger problem. And then what was I doing here? Oh, I was just looking at the scan. Okay, that should be fine. Yeah, I mean, what else do we need here? I think we're looking pretty good. Cotton guts are running again. And the cotton guts are only needed for the Sarcoris. All the other animal parts, we may or may not even need cotton guts for that. So, thankfully we caught that in time. So now cotton guts are beginning to build up again. And that is splitting them 50-50, but that'll back up eventually. So we should be okay on that. And then, yeah, we'll switch Vrauks over to Vrauk food. Fish? What are fish doing? Fish only ever existed for fish oil, which means I can delete. Well, I don't need to delete anything here, but we have more skin and bones and jerky as well. Which I'll scooch as close as I can to these. I could, I wonder if an underground is long enough to scooch it through. No, it's too big by one. That's funny. Alright. We'll get rid of this guy because it's not needed. Fish oil provide is no longer a thing. And the fish go on a magically long journey to over here. Yay, the ash is getting burned. Finally. Sweet. Oh, man. I'm digging this base. This is, I think, in many ways the furthest I've ever gotten in Pi. It'll definitely be true once I get to Pi 2. Because since Pi 2 has been added to the game, I haven't gotten that far. I have gotten to red circuits before, but that was before the Pi Science split. So that feels really different. So really, I think I'll feel like when I get to red circuits, that'll kind of be the like, now I've definitely achieved further than I've ever gotten before. But I think in like spirit, I've already gotten farther than I've ever gotten. If you're like measuring time played and complexity of base and size of base, I think this base is bigger than the base I originally had that made red circuits way back in the day. So I'm gonna kind of say we're there, but you know, it'll really feel like we're there once we've gotten to red circuits. So, okay, in the next episode, we'll do switching to Vrauk food, so we get more Vrauks per second. And then one of the projects we need to do with ARCADs is filling all these buildings and making sure we have the correct counts with all the new ratios. Now that we have this factored in, And wasn't there something else I had done wrong? Yeah, I didn't have the Red Hot Coke making arcade recipe going either. So this is a very different count than we had before. But we still need 15 making, you know, honey. But the counts on these are way smaller. So I want to get the correct counts for all that and fill them up with arcades. That's one of my goals. I have 3 queens now. Holy crap. I have 3 queens now. Okay, yeah, we're never failing now. So what's the problem? I guess I need more nest making first, and then we'll have more arcade making, and then we'll be able to get more arcades. Let me go put a chest over there, and then we'll call it an episode. So that way we actually build up some arcades when we have enough. So that I have extra modules to put in buildings. Yeah, because these... Yeah, we're still not positive on nests, so probably the first place to put extra would be nest making. Oh, but wait, we're out of Vraux. That's the problem. Maybe it's not nest making. Okay, well, it's a good thing we have Vraux project as next thing on the list, because we're out of Vraux. Yeah, I mean, I can't do much else at this very moment. We'll get that fixed in the next episode. So, as always, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see y'all in the next one.